Well, guys, good morning from Dicey Pond. This is one of my favorite spots to look at Katahdin, in, especially for sunrise this time of year. The dock here at Dicey Pond, just a beautiful, perfect dock right out, looks at Mount Katahdin, and the sunrise is going to be right behind the mountain, so I'm hoping I get a really good sunrise, at least to make up for last night. I did a little time lapse from going to bed, and it looks like the clouds did end up clearing, but not really until maybe 3:30 ish, which was like on the later end of astronomical twilight. So the sky was really blue, and everything would have been screwed up anyway. So I didn't miss anything. It looks like there may have been a very small gap where the clouds had cleared for the Milky Way before astro twilight, but um, it was so clouded out that it was just not good. But just take a look at this. Just wow. So I got a time lapse going on my other camera. Not really sure what's going on, but it seems to be working good now, but had to set the intervalometer a couple different ways. I had to give it like 5 seconds between each shot because it would just randomly stop doing the time lapse, which was really annoying and frustrating. So hopefully these clouds allow enough light to kind of come up through here and light the sky up, because it looks like I might not get much of a sunrise because of how low the clouds are, but we'll see. So this dock right here is actually the other composition that I really wanted for potentially a panorama. The issue with this particular place is I really think that this is a fantastic composition, but the Milky Way gets pretty far over to this side pretty quick early in the night. So I'm going to do another quick photo pills check, so let's see what's going on here. Alright, so let's check this out. Let's go back to night AR. Right now, Milky Way's way over there. So if we were at 1 o'clock, actually this would have been pretty damn nice. Ugh, excuse me. But the end of the Milky Way is basically behind the camera, which makes sense, because the core's over there. But, I mean, this is really nice. That other spot was really nice too. However, this is much safer. However, I do know that I have seen some panoramas from this spot in particular. And that's because it is a really good composition. But that other spot is very unique in terms of, I don't know if anybody's ever shot panoramas way out on that little boggy area. But man, it is pretty neat and very pretty out this morning. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong, but literally every turn, something's wrong with some piece of technology that I have with one of my cameras. I don't know what's wrong with the camera, but the intervalometer just isn't working with the camera. I've tried everything. The time lapse didn't capture any of the sunrise itself. It just stopped. I don't know why, but there's a built-in intervalometer function in the 5D Mark IV, which is just as finicky as using an external one, and I've always used an external one because you can. It's real. I've never figured out how to use the internal one because it every time I've tried and followed the directions, it's just never worked. And now it's not working with the external one, so it's like everything I have is just breaking apart. Also, my tripod's leg is broken, so this is one of those days where I'm like, I just want to give up on photography. Everything's so expensive now, and it's just so frustrating. But damn, the sunrise though. Well, pretty eventful morning so far. I am really disappointed that I don't have a step counter on my phone because I have been pretty much going non-stop since about 4 this morning. And I would love to have a step counter on my phone because new phone, obviously. I don't think I have one. But I've gone to a couple different trails, some really easy short ones. To be honest, I don't even really remember them. What the names were, but just a couple random different ponds here and there. And I've stopped back at Kidney Pond here, and I found one of the trails that I was struggling to find because apparently on the map it looks like it's way down on the other end is when the trail starts, but it actually starts in the day use parking area, which makes a lot more sense. So this is what we're looking at right now. We have the Kidney Pond Trail map area. My plan is we're going to do the Rocky Pond Trail, which leads to Celia and Jackson Ponds, which is nice and quick, only 0.3 miles. Then I'm going to go to the Lily Pond Trail, and then I'm going to turn around and then call it good. And then I think I'm honestly probably going to come back, try to clean up a little bit, take a shower, I wish I could take a shower. They don't have showers here. And take a nap. And I would really like to hike South Turner today, but it's very challenging. I met a girl last time I was here. She just ran by me. I asked her how the hike was because I saw that she was coming from the trail. And she said it was pretty difficult, but it was similar to the difficult hikes in Acadia. And I have done a few hikes in Acadia, a lot of hikes in Acadia, but I haven't done like the super strenuous ones, so I don't know exactly which ones she's comparing them to. But the Acadia trails usually aren't super bad, so I think I could probably do it okay. But I don't know. I'm also kind of wanting to take it easy. I don't want to injure myself either. Turns out a lot of these ponds are actually different trails. So first we're going to do Rocky Pond Trail first. So behind me, we have Double Top Mountain. This is an incredible hike. I have not done it, but I really want to. And I have some pretty lofty goals to actually hike to the peak and do some Astro up there, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty unreasonable. But this is Rocky Pond. I think it might be Big Rocky Pond because next we're headed to Little Rocky Pond. But this is perfectly pretty much due north for the peak of Double Top. So I'm thinking maybe Sunday night I will come here and leave my camera if I can figure out what's going on with the intervalometer, and I'll get some really nice star trails. After about a half a mile hike in, they have all these canoes out here that you can actually go fishing on the ponds out here. The fishing is just incredible. Looks fresh. It's a bunch of poop right in the middle of the trail. Well, no moose, even though that poop was like super close. Seemed super recent. But this is Little Rocky Pond. Looks like there's a loon out there. Really no place for me to get out to, or a way for me to jump out to that rock. But yeah, another great composition, but this hike was a lot more than the other one. So this is the other lookout is perfectly fine. So I don't know how, but Double Top, from the campground that I'm staying at, there's a 4-mile hike that goes up this backside. And that's the final stretch to peak. How the heck are you supposed to hike up that? Like, are there ropes that you, like, scale up? Like, how in the world do you hike that? That's, like, so steep.
So we made it out to Lookout Point, I think it's called. I don't remember the name, but this is the location of where I wanted to leave my camera last night for a time lapse, and I actually really like this. I would definitely need to have my waders on and probably set it up out here in the water. Just get this tree out of the way here on the left. But yeah, really nice composition north with the, I loved all the mountains. I mean, God, there's just so many really awesome spots. I would probably canoe out here. It's really rocky path, and it's rather hard to get over here. It's not hard, but it's just hard on your feet because it's so rocky and it's not an easy walk. If you look over here, kind of straight back way over there, that's where I was last night, down there, walking on the boggy, marsh grass stuff. But man, I'm exhausted now. All right, so final push. Couple squirrels running by. We are gonna head to Lily Pad Pond, and then we are finally gonna go take a break. Well, I guess this is Lily Pad Pond. So this is the inlet to Lily Pad Pond. I didn't know that you had to actually take a kayak or a canoe and traverse this little river into Lily Pad Pond. And I just found out, thanks to a fun family, they had actually rented a canoe and or paddles from the camp at Kidney Pond. They went all the way across Kidney Pond, walked through the little hiking path that I just went on, that's about half a mile, and then dropped their canoe here and took the canoe in, and they you can take a shortcut to Little and Big Niagara Falls. Apparently it's an awesome trek that maybe I'll do tomorrow, but maybe not, because I'm just by myself, and I would just bring some paddles and I'd take one of these canoes out, but I don't know if I could do a canoe all by myself. Kayaks are fine, canoes I'm not really sure. But the Milky Way actually lines up perfectly with this this river right here. These are the canoes that are left for anybody to use. All you gotta do is get paddles, and then you can take one out yourself. So, pretty cool though. So the beginning of the Kidney Pond trail around the pond basically looks all like this. There's rocks, huge rocks everywhere that you pretty much scramble for the first about half mile. My feet hurt. Path. Rocky, rocky, rocky. So, took a bit of a nap. Now we are at Sandy Stream Pond, one of my favorite little places. Looks like the clouds really showed up in full force. It's been such a nice sunny day, but looks like that's over with. I was hoping for lighter clouds and a nice sunset here, since this is a western facing viewpoint, but oh well. But I heard from the ranger that
there's a bull moose that has been hanging out here at the pond, and some people coming back said that there was a moose there. So hopefully right when I get there, that moose is gonna be there. I'm so excited. I haven't seen a bull moose before. I've only ever seen female cows. So this is gonna be sweet.
Well, it's always me, but I missed the moose by about 2 minutes. When I walked into the area, I went to the boardwalk, and there was like a group of photographers. I don't know if they all knew each other, but they basically said that you missed it by 2 minutes. Did you see the moose walking up? While you were walking down, you must have just missed it. So I was like, no, of course not. So I went back up the path to see if I could see him. Couldn't see him. He was gone. Missed him by about 2 minutes. Had a great conversation with some people, and they said that they saw 4 moose today here, which is cool. Crazy. So I am really happy I saw that baby calf this morning. So at least I got that. And, oh my god, the pictures are so cute. So excited to process that. So now we are headed into golden hour. We'll see what happens here with the clouds. It'd be hilarious if it actually cleared up for some reason, which it's not supposed to. So I'm gonna hang out here till sunset. I'm gonna be quiet now, and maybe the moose will come back. Fingers crossed.